Hi, this is going to be a little bit longer problem, so you may want to stop and pause from time to time to catch up. But it's example 7 on Trig 1, and it's actually utilizing the information that we know about regular polygons. So I'll explain some of that as we go. Find the area of a regular octagon with a side length of 6 inches. So first of all, it's regular, so we know all the sides are the same. So I'm just going to put a mark on each one in red. So this is the same as this, is the same as that. So we know they're all the same. Okay? They're regular. What that lets us do is subdivide it into triangles, and each triangle will have the same central angle. So they'll all be 45 degrees. So we draw it. Right there's 45 and 45 and so on. So those are both 45. And it turns out that this is called the radius. There's a series of radii here. Okay? Those are the radii of the regular polygon. Of any regular polygon, they go to the vertex. You can think of it as there's a circle out here. Okay? There's a circle out here. Okay, that touches all those and goes around, okay? And then there's a special piece, I'm going to get rid of all those. There's a special piece that goes from that's the altitude of all those triangles right here. That special piece is called the apothem. So it's called the apothem. It's like saying opossum with a lisp, okay? So the apothem goes from the center perpendicular to the sides, or to the edge. Okay, so that's what the apothem is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear it out here. We'll start over, and we're going to have to label some things here. And the key is, when we do this problem, what we're probably going to have to do is find the area of that. And then you'd have the overall strategy. You'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more triangles identical to it that will have the same area. So one strategy is to find the area of one triangle and then take its area and multiply by 8. Another strategy is to use the formula for regular polygons. And the formula for regular polygons includes doing it, but it just does it in a different order. The area, I'll put RP here for regular polygon, is half the apothem times the perimeter. So if you know the perimeter of the shape and you know the apothem, you can use this formula to get the area total. Now let me show you something here. We had N was 8 here. We're 8 sides and 8 triangles. Okay, so we have 8 triangles or 8 sides, so N is 8. Now, how can we get this formula? Well, we know the area of a triangle is half the base times the height. So if I want, again, I'm going back to that big red triangle at the bottom. If I want that, its base is its side length. So this is the side. S. Its height is right here. That's its height. And you're good to go. Now we said on the regular polygon, there are 8 triangles or N triangles. Okay? So this would be take this and this situation and times it by 8 would give us the whole shape. All we're doing here for this formula is saying everything, once you get one triangle, multiply by however many you have in there, which is N, and you'll get it. So I'm going to clear this off. And I'm going to come back to this right here, and I'll show you where it keeps going from there. So we had A equals, and I'm going to had N a half S H. Okay? Now, if we rearrange it, a half N times S times H. Okay? It's not showing up very well. Okay? What is this called? The number of sides times the length of each side. If you take all the sides and add them up, or the number of sides times each side length, we call that the perimeter. Okay? If you look back in the picture, the apothem was the height. And so you get the formula, a half, and we just rearrange it and put A first and P second. Okay? That's how you get the regular polygon formula. So I don't care if you do it by finding the area of the triangle, and then you decide later to times by 8 if it was, or times by n if there's n sides. That's one way to do it. Or if you use this formula, it builds as you can see, as we saw over here in this part here, it includes the number of sides when you use the perimeter. Okay? So that's where we're going from there. I'm going to go now and actually do this problem. So you can, the next recording will actually do the problem. Okay? So I just showed you where the formula came from.